Have you ever looked around and thought, is everyone else buying homes, investment properties, investing in assets, traveling around the world, building wealth while I am still feeling like I'm trying to catch up? If you have ever felt financially behind, even when you're working very hard, even when you have income coming in every month, you earn decent amount of money, and it feels like you're doing everything right. This episode is for you because the truth is, millions of women silently carry financial shame, guilt, pressure, and anxiety. And today we are going to unpack why that happens, what's actually happening behind those feelings, and how to stop measuring your life against timelines that were never designed for you in the first place. One thing I have realized as a financial coach is that women aren't just managing money, we are managing pressure, pressure to succeed, pressure to nurture our children, pressure to hold everyone else together. I know this feeling because this is exactly how I felt. I felt like I was doing everything right. I had a steady paycheck from my job, but somehow I was still feeling behind. I was so ashamed. I felt like everyone else around me were investing in properties, investing in capital assets, and I always had this nagging feeling that I was always behind. So, first of all, why do women feel financially behind? Let's break this down. There are five key points why women may feel financially behind. Number one is women often start financial education late. We, as women, we often start financial education late because we always think it's for men to sort out. Most women were never taught how investing works. We're never taught wealth building, retirement strategy, negotiation to negotiate a higher salary, ownership, financial confidence. All of these things we were never taught. So it makes sense that many of us feel financially behind. Many of us women were taught how to survive financially, how to have two jobs so we can pay all the bills. But nobody really taught us how to build wealth. In fact, did you know? And I knew this only because of all the research I've been doing around and around finances. I discovered that in as early as the 1980s, women in the US could not independently get a credit card without the signature or approval of a male relative, like maybe her husband or her son. So women in the US in the 1980s could not independently apply for and get a credit card. So it definitely makes sense that us women feel financially behind because financial education was not the top of the things we were taught. And on top of that, generational patterns. I didn't see my mom or my grandmother become extra wealthy. So then, how would I magically expect that somehow I would be wealthy? There is a generational pattern going on there from what we've inherited from our moms, our grandmoms. Also, there is the money avoidance. From my work with women, when they come to me the first time and I ask them questions, well, they tell me they don't know. Why? Because women avoid looking at their bank accounts, which is really crazy because if we really want to grow wealth, we need to have a good relationship with our bank account. When I ask the women that come into my program and I say, log into your bank, download your statement, give me XYZ number, they start to freak out because they have all of these emotions coming up. They never check their bank account. That's what I call money avoidance. Okay. If I asked you, what's your net worth? Can you tell me what your net worth is? Well, your net worth is your assets all added together, and then you take away all your liabilities. That's your net worth. But many women don't even know what this number is. The other thing is financial dependency conditioning. Mm, I can talk about this for an hour because For many, many decades, in fact, centuries, women were dependent on men for financial survival. It was the work of the husband to go make money, and the woman stayed at home. In fact, when a daughter was born, she was the responsibility of the dad, and the dad couldn't wait for her to get to like 12 years old so she can be married to another man. So that responsibility goes to another man. Like that's how the society has been working for thousands of years, right? Women were seen as the dependent one. Like we were dependent on our dads. And then after we were 12 years old or even 10, some women were married in those days by the age of 10, they were then transferred to their husbands. Their husbands will be the breadwinner, and then the woman go to the kitchen, get pregnant. In fact, in those days, women will have like 15 children. Imagine a woman going through pregnancy 15 times and having 15 children. That was the job of the woman, to keep churning out children for the man. So it makes sense that now, generationally, women feel financially behind. Now, things are improving for sure. In my organization, the Well Builders Academy, even though there are over 2,000 people, over 52% of those people are women. So in my organization, Well Builders, we are growing and we are taking charge. Now, women are becoming the sole breadwinners of families. How many of you relate to that? Many women are beginning to earn more than their husbands, than their partners. The thing is shifting. However, historically, it's not always been like that. So it makes sense that some women are feeling financially behind. Then there is the fear of investing. The fear of investing and losing money in the stock market. I've lost money in the stock market. All right. But there are other ways for you to invest. In fact, did you know there was indexing? Indexing is where you take advantage of the S&P 500 um, positive moves, but you never lose money. So that's indexing. So if you have a fear of investing, that's something you should definitely look at. So that's point number one. Women often start financial education late. Point number two is the comparison culture. It is so destroying for financial confidence. For example, look at social media. Many people compare themselves with what they see on social media, the illusion of wealth, lifestyle inflation. When you go on social media, you see these people with Lamborghini, flashy cars, and then you start to compare your life with them. How about fake success online? People can put anything they like online just to convince you that they are living the most amazing life. And then you start to compare yourself with them. And many of these people, you may not know, are financing their lifestyle with debt. Yes, the Lamborghini, the amazing lifestyle that they portray online is all on credit cards or line of credits. And then you start to compare your normal life with all of those highlight reels. And so that's one of the reasons why women feel financially behind. We compare our lives with other people's highlight reels, and then we feel inadequate. Not everyone showing wealth actually has wealth. Okay, so let's go to point number three. Women experience unique financial setbacks. There is the motherhood penalty. I do not need to tell you this if you've been working in corporate America, and you've had to take time off to go have kids, right? Every time you get pregnant, you take maternity leave, and then you come back. It's almost like you're starting from zero, right? Your male counterparts have gone ahead, have multiple promotions when you come back. How about caregiving? We always have to put our kids first. I remember after having my daughter, and it was after COVID, and we were asked to come back into the office. And I'm like, there is no way I can leave this precious soul that God has blessed me with and then go to the office, commute an hour, 30 minutes one way, and then an hour, 30 minutes back. Now, I had suffered three miscarriages. And so my daughter arriving was the best thing that ever happened to me. And so I had to think, and I'm like, I cannot leave my daughter to go into the office. And so I had to let that job go. So many of us do caregiving, and that affects our earning capacity when it comes to finances. The other one is lower lifetime earnings. Like research shows that women over a lifetime earn less than men. How about divorce? How about career breaks? How about burnout? How about starting businesses later in life? I know so many women that it was after having all of their children that they then had the mental capacity to even think about starting a business. Supporting aging parents. Many of us are responsible for supporting our aging parents. Many women aren't financially behind just because they failed. They are behind because they carried responsibilities while trying to survive. So let's go to point number four. High income doesn't equal financial peace. And this will really resonate strongly because I have seen women who earn 80,000, 120,000, even over 250,000 per year and still feel financially stressed. Why? Because, well, they don't have a solid financial system, something I call your financial operating system. Many women struggle with emotional spending. You feel terrible, you feel joy, you feel sadness, you go online and you shop, right? That's emotional spending. How about the lack of investing confidence? I talked about the fear of investing earlier. Many women do not have that knowledge. They don't know what to do with money, to grow money, to become more, to bring in more wealth. Maybe investing in retirement properties. Many women don't know how to do that. Investment properties, many women don't know how to do that. Many women are in debt, and many women do not have a long-term plan. And there is this pressure of feeling wealthy, this pressure to maintain the appearance of success. And so you are pushed to live in a bigger house, buy a bigger house than you can actually afford because you want all your friends to think you're wealthy, right? That's keeping up with appearances. You can earn multiple six figures and still feel financially unsafe. And the last point, why women, point number five, why women feel financially behind is shame keeps women stuck. Avoiding your bank accounts. That's one thing so many women tell me they have. The fear and anxiety of looking at their bank accounts, the fear of investing, embarrassment around debt, procrastination, and silence. Shame delays action. When you feel shame, you never want to look at your financial statements. But action creates confidence. You do not build financial freedom from judging yourself. You build financial freedom by deciding today is the day I start. Today is the day I commit to myself. Today is the day I change the trajectory of my family. Today is the day I choose to start building a legacy for my kids. It starts with a decision and it starts with an action plan. What are you going to do going forward every single week to get you closer to your goal? So let's talk about women who are financially empowered, women who are successful. What do they do differently? One, they stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to say, oh, when I get the next promotion, I'm going to start building my financial future. No, they don't wait until they feel confident. Confidence comes after action, not the other way around. Some people think, oh, I'm going to be financially confident when I keep reading books. I was one of those. I bought so many books on finances, on personal finance, but I was still behind. Why? Because I was thinking that those books will help me feel confident. No, 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 no. It's the other way around. It's taking the action, having a plan, and taking steps that actually builds your confidence. Number two, women who are financially secure, they build financial awareness. Well, how? Well, they know how much is coming in. They know what money is going out. So they track their spending. They check their accounts regularly. They know their net worth. So remember at the beginning, I said, what's your net worth? Can you tell me what your net worth is? Many women do not know what the number is. Well, these women who are financially successful, they learn investing. If investing isn't complex, especially if you're risk averse like me, as somebody who has lost money in the stock market, I used to trade Forex when I was in London. I must have lost over $150,000 in Forex when I was trading Forex. Horrible, horrible experience. Why? Because those are gambling. Okay. I see those as gambling. They are investment strategies that you can implement where you take advantage of the S&P 500 growth, but you have a floor. You never lose money. It's called indexing. Many women don't know that. Okay, there are multiple ways you can invest that you can even build capital gain. You can have capital gain as well as dividends, which is incredible, right? So the fear of investing is holding many people back. But the women who are financially secure, they learn investing and they learn smart investing. Also, they understand retirement. They understand the power of time when it comes to compounding. They know and they put strategies in place to say, I have my retirement sorted out. Many women right now don't know when money is going to come for their retirement, which is really, really sad. So, financially secure women, instead of just looking flashy online, they have a long-term view and they're able to put strategies in place to pay for their retirement. Not only pay for their retirement, but also leave a legacy for their children. Point number three, they focus on momentum, not perfection. Women who are financially secure, they don't compare themselves with other people. They have their individual financial operating system and they just focus. They focus on momentum. They don't focus on perfection. Small, consistent financial decisions apart from occasional bursts of motivation. I'll give you an example. Women who have a long-term view, who know how to secure their future, automatically save 10% of their paycheck. At least 10%, okay? I know some women who save up to 50% of their paycheck. These women save at least 10% of their paycheck automatically. It goes from their checking account to their investing account automatically. You just set it up with your bank and then it goes automatically. So that's what I mean by small consistent action. They don't just wait to get a windfall of 200,000 and say, "Oh, I'm investing 100,000 in the stock market." They don't do that. They invest, it's called dollar cost averaging. Okay? So dollar cost averaging, you invest the same amount every single month. You keep investing the same amount every single month, and every single month, your assets continue to grow. So consistent action outperforms just outburst of action, just waiting for a windfall and then investing 100,000 at once. So these are the things that smart and financially successful women do. Also, they redefine success. Success to you might not be the same as success to me. So, what does success mean to you? Do you have that defined? What does wealth mean to you? Instead of just looking online and looking at what your neighbor is doing, define success for yourself. Is it freedom? Is it peace? Is it time? Right now, in this phase of my life, time with my daughter is the ultimate success for me. I get to take her to school every single day and I get to pick her up every single day. I cannot tell you how wonderful that hug and a kiss just at the school gate is the most amazing thing. So for you, in this phase of your life, success could mean time freedom. It could mean flexibility. It could mean ownership. It could mean legacy, leaving a legacy for your kids. Okay. Now I want to give you practical action steps because that's the goal. I don't want you to listen to this podcast or watch this YouTube channel and you keep nodding your head and you say, "Oh, Joy is making point, making sense." No, I want you to also take practical action steps. Your financial reset starts here. So step number one, stop comparing timelines. Okay, whether you are 30, 20, 40, 60, even 70, 80, I want you to stop comparing timelines with other people. That's number one. Because many women tell me that they feel financially behind. They feel like they've lost time. No. Because when you feel that way, what's the upside? What's the upside of feeling financially behind? Well, you never take positive steps from feeling financially behind. When you feel financially behind, what do? You feel sad. You feel financially behind. You compare yourself with other people, and then you just shrink because you tell yourself, well, I've missed the boat already. That's not the case. So step number one, if you want to change the trajectory of your financial life, step number one, stop comparing yourself with other people and stop comparing yourself to any timeline. Step number two, calculate your current financial reality. This can be very challenging for most people because, yes, many people hide from looking at their current financial reality. But I want to tell you, it is so empowering when you know your numbers. Because from knowing your numbers, we can then design a plan to take you where you want to go. Okay, so step number two, calculate your current financial reality. What do I mean? Well, what's your monthly income? You have to know how much your income is. How much debt do you carry? In fact, not just how much debt do you carry, how much is it costing you to carry that debt? The banks are making tons and tons of money just from the interest rates they are charging you. So knowing how much you're paying will even empower you to even shop around to get a better deal. And that can save you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands over the course of that debt. Number three, your savings. How much do you have in savings? How much do you have in investments? And then what's your net worth? So remember at the beginning, I told you your net worth is your total assets, then you subtract your liabilities. That's your net worth. Step number three, choose one financial goal. Don't try to do everything at the same time. Just choose one and then put blinders on and stick to that goal. So examples of a financial goal, setting up emergency fund. So let's say you want to have, some people say 6 months. I love to say 12 months. 12 months of expenses, your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, everything that you spend in a month, have 12 months worth of that in your emergency fund. Then number two, maybe another goal you could choose is to pay off debt. You want to be debt free. Number three, it might be to open an investment account. Maybe you've never invested before, and this conversation has sparked something in you, and you're like, I'm going to open my first investment account. Or maybe you're going to start your own retirement contribution, not relying on your 401k. You want to really build wealth so that you leave a legacy for your kids. That could be one of your goals. Another goal could be to have a side income. Maybe you want to start a business. You want to start having more income coming to your household. That could be a financial goal. So choose one of these financial goals. Then number four, commit to weekly money dates. Every week, sit down and look at your money. Love your money. Okay. Remove that resentment when it comes to looking at your money. And step five, invest in financial education. I cannot tell you how financial education completely transformed my life. If you're feeling behind, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not too late. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are not broken. Your financial story is still in the process of being written, and you are the star of the story. I want you to take your power back. I want you to tell yourself, this is the beginning of the life I've always dreamed of. And one of the most important things you can do is stop measuring your beginning against someone else's middle. Stop comparing yourself with all of those people you see on Instagram. Wealth is not built overnight. It is built one decision at a time, decision by decision, habit by habit, season by season. The goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. So your next level is definitely available to you. And I want to tell you that I can help you. I can help you create a personalized financial operating system. I can help you create a personalized financial plan. And this is completely free. I'm going to sit down with you, look at your numbers, and help you create a personalized financial plan that you can implement. And I want to tell you, financial peace comes from having a plan. Where if you're currently financially stressed, always thinking about money, I want to tell you that once you have your personalized financial plan and you can see the numbers and you can see that this plan can take you to where you want to go, that's where financial peace comes from. And my desire for you is to have financial peace. So I'm going to drop a link for you to book a free coffee chat with me. It's going to be in the show notes if you're listening on the podcast. It's going to be in the description if you're listening on YouTube. And I want to help you get on the path of financial freedom, financial security, financial peace, inner peace, so you can rest at night knowing that you have a plan that is going to get you to where you want to go, so that you are the reason why the financial trajectory of your family changes. And I always say this, when women grow wealth, an entire generation changes. And that's my desire for you, that you can start living a life of peace, of freedom, of independence, and you can start enjoying life to the fullest. If this episode spoke to you in any way, please share this with another woman. Please leave a comment if you're watching on YouTube. I respond to all comments, and I am really excited for us to rise together. No family will be left behind, no woman will be left behind. A rising tide lifts all boats in the harbor. Let's rise together. I'm so excited for you. Thank you for spending your time with me today. It's always a joy and a privilege to come into your home, to come into your car as you're driving to work. God bless you, and may his face shine upon you. Amen.